Black metal music theory number 10. Today we're going to be talking about the harmonic minor scale. So the harmonic minor scale is a scale that's used in black metal quite often actually. So we're going to dive into the theory of it. So to make things more simple, let's recap the natural minor scale. And let's start with E. So the E natural minor scale has E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and E. And below me are the intervals: a root, natural second, minor third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, flat six, flat seven, and a root. And in the harmonic minor scale, only one note changes, and that's the seventh. The seventh note in E natural minor is D. In harmonic minor, it's D sharp. So that single note is moved up one, and that's why we get that sort of sound, as opposed to the harmonic minor scale can be described as a bit more evil, possibly Middle Eastern in its kind of sound. So that's a general theory and the general gist of things. And this is where we're able to kind of build riffs from this scale. So of course it makes sense to try and identify where all of these D sharp notes are. So just by knowing where these D sharp notes are, you can kind of throw them in with your riffs. One thing that's super cool with the harmonic minor scale is super fast lead riffing. So think of something like this. So one thing that's cool about the 7 string is that you can go to the lower range. You know, we'll still stay in the E harmonic minor scale. And build riffs like that. And then if you want to move up to the higher register, you can as well. And come up with riffs like those. So that's the first thing that you can do with the harmonic minor scale is lead lines following the notes of the scale. Now what you can use notes of the harmonic minor scale and just play a power chord on top. So you can start with like E, F sharp, G, A, all of them. So that's a pretty common black metal pattern, which is an E power chord, D sharp, C, and then B. And then you can mix and match some of the chords around. And then you can build up on top of that with certain minor chords. So the minor chords that work in the harmonic minor scale are, of course, if you're in the key of E, E, E flat, C, and A minor. You can use B minor, but that's what's called a borrowed chord because we've taken that chord from the natural minor scale because the 5th chord in harmonic minor is B major. So you can add that in your black metal, it gives it a bit more neoclassical kind of vibe. For me, it's a bit too kind of happy in a way. And then you can also make dyad riffs with the scale. It's quite a versatile scale. Like I'm pretty sure there's some old school Gohil stuff that uses those kind of notes and riffs. And you can swap between like the natural minor And the harmonic minor is a very dissection style of writing. So there's a few tricks and tips that you can use with the harmonic minor scale. Of course, the most important thing is to learn where all the notes are using the scale, and then just building upon those notes to build chords and riffs, because it all comes down to understanding rather than playing, if that makes sense. And the reason why understanding is more important than the playing is because if you understand the scale, you're able to create the riffs in your head, or try and find that one note that makes your playing a bit more unique. So it's something to keep in mind and something to think about as well. And of course you can harmonize using the scale as well, and you can find out the chords that are harmonized in the scale as well. All of those resources are available online. But in the kind of black metal context, this is what the harmonic minor scale is normally used for. So yeah, give it a go and make some riffs.